Well, hello, and welcome back again. I'm soaking in the natural sunlight, so we have no purple background. But I'm AJ O'Neill. This is Beyond Code Live, and oh my, look at that. There we go. Let's get something useful on the screen. What we are going to be doing is continuing with the database and user sign-in integration so that when someone signs in from GitHub, either signed in or created as a new user. And then if we have time, maybe we'll do that for Google as well. But I don't think that we're going to have that time before I need to break for dinner. But I went on a walk, got some fresh air, relaxed a little bit. So I'm good to go for now. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I have the comments open and the chat open both on Twitch and on YouTube. Let me go ahead and make sure that that is up as it ought to be. All right, looking good. And so we'll go ahead and get started. Now, where we left off was, let's see, there's probably need to get rid of some of this debug stuff, but we're able to get back a user. And the user, do we have the identifier in here? Yeah, we do have the identifier in here, but it's kind of just picking one at random because there could be multiple identifiers, meaning email, phone number, their GitHub ID, their Google ID, etc. So with that out of the way, yeah, I think I'm just going to move forward. There's some stuff I want to optimize there, but I'll figure it out later. We'll just move right along. Oh, hello and welcome. Joining in so soon. Who is it? Where are you from? What's your interest in Node or Postgres or this blog project? Would love to hear, and feel free to ask me other random questions as we go. This is just a personal project I'm working on, so I'm free to go off on tangents and diatribes. Okay. That all said, though, what I want to do is just get a little sign-in page up. I'm going to have to go, I think, to my GitHub. Let's go to GitHub. I think we want to go to the Beyond Code Bootcamp. I think is where I set up the test app here. Oh, Creed! Howdy indeed! What's up, my man? Long time no see. Well, I guess you've popped in a couple times, but you never stay for long. You just kind of pop in and you leave, which is fine. But tell me what's up, my friend. Creed is a buddy of mine. We used to live in the same apartment complex, or at least in the same neighborhood. Yeah, anyway. Not the, because you lived down the street in another house. Anyway, we saw each other at church. So let's see. I'm going to go down here. Is it developer settings or apps? Something like that. I think it's developer settings. OAuth sign in. Test only. This is the one. All right. And I don't have the secret here. I'll have to go grab it from another place. But I know where it is. I've got it right here, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Let's see, which one was this? I'm going to open this up in my other window. Oops. Sorry, I'm going to be on the other screen for a second just in case there are any environment variables that I don't want to show on the screen here. And it looks like a good thing I did because I had my GitHub environment variables in a different file than some of the other ones that I do not want to be showing on the screen. And I'm just going to copy these over here. Grab that. And then come back. Kids got you running around, okay? Grabbing a stream here and there when you can. Got it. Cool. Well, what are you up to these days? I can't even remember where you're working because last time I got it wrong. I thought it was Amazon doing something. Is that still where you're at? But you weren't doing Go anymore. You had to do something else. Okay. So in here, I'm pretty sure there's nothing special in here, right? Yeah, this is all hunky dory to just show. And what do we want? I actually don't want to deal with that. What was it, 2577? Let me think about this. Okay, I know what I want to do here. So we're going to put this on 2577. And we're going to clone. Let's see if I can figure this out. iOS Swift stuff. Okay. All right. Well, I've got an iOS Swift app. If you are proficient, I've got one that's defunct. It needs to be recompiled with the latest version of whatever. I'll try to catch up with you later about that. It's one that I commissioned someone else to build a few years ago. Actually, back when we were living in the same neighborhood. And anyway, I want to get it back working again. It might actually come in handy this next year. Okay. What did I want? I want to clone github.com, therootcompany.com/auth3000. I think that's what I want to do. And the reason I want to do that is because I want the public directory. Oh, whoops, just the root company, not therootcompany.com. There we go. And it's not that I want the public directory here. Did I get... Oh, okay, we don't even have that yet, which is fine. So I want to say auth3000 and then what? Public? I need to go check. Yeah, I think this should be the right one. Do we got a public here now? Yeah, we do. And does this public have GitHub? Git? No? Maybe I do need to go check that other project real quick. Oh, I didn't merge in. That's okay. So let's do git checkout. Oh, I need to go into that directory and then just do the checkout of the GitHub branch because that one's not fully merged in yet because I was still testing. Okay. And let's make sure that this one, does this one have the, yep, this one has the GitHub Sign In. Okay, so we're good to go there. So we're just going to use that for the tests that we need. It should work just fine. And then eventually we got to take some of that code and we got to add it back to Bliss. That will be another video. Probably won't do that in this one. We got about an hour. I think I can get most of it hooked up, but I don't know if I'll get that far. Okay. So if I'm not mistaken, if we just go here, this should not have changed. And if we go here, excellent. Cannot read property, Google client ID of undefined. Absolutely what we want. Good. So here I need to go add authorized callback URL. So we're going to change this to 2577. And let's see if it'll still allow that. I think it will because it's localhost. It should not allow it for anything other than localhost, but I think it will allow HTTP only for localhost. Okay. So with that, oh, actually, no, we don't need this to be localhost. No, we're good. We're good. This is going to be, we're live now. blissapi.rootprojects.org. Yeah. There we go. Okay. And we do need to do a little build step here. Let's go into auth 3000, and if I do npm run gen env, although I think we need to get the env file from up there and then put it here. And we can run npm run gen env, and I think we just put the files we want to use. Yeah. All right, there we go. So in this, I should be able to put the redirect URL that we want, which is blissapi.rootprojects.org. And again, I don't mind showing you the secret because this one is just on this test app and is called test app and all that. So I'm not worried. And then this should be right as rain. And yeah, let's run that again. And then I think we also want to put in here, I'm just going to put in Google Client ID. Oh, no, I shouldn't have to do that actually. This should be good enough. I probably shouldn't show the social login. Unexpected error on the server. It says it's not your fault, but I think it is my fault. I think I'm the one that caused that. What's going on here? Okay, refresh 404. API auth in refresh should not be a 404. Let's go take a look at that because as is. Yeah. Oh. Maybe this is why. So we don't have an exchange set up, which is okay. But we do have API auth in set up. I think that's where we want it set up. Let me just double check on that real quick. Because I don't remember perfectly whether auth in what the mount points were. Yeah, okay. So the mount points are whatever I decide that they are. So I'm putting the mount points at auth in, and I should put what else? Did I have something else at 2577 that I need to change? That doesn't look like it. But I do need to define exchange and logout. So let's see what I do there. Auth dot exchange and logout. So will I really need to use? Yeah, I do need to use exchange for this one. But you know what I'm going to do for starters though? No. I'm going to let me go into auth here. Actually, here's something that I do want to do. Where did auth go? I want to move that down into lib. So let me just do this. That's going to break it for a second. That's okay. I'll fix it right afterwards. What do we have? Require. I'm going to take this off and I'm going to move it into lib. And then is there anywhere else where I require auth? Let's check and see. Nope, that's it. And let's just see if there's anything. I don't think I've got any relative requires in here. No, good. So what I do need to do is create a logout. And I think for both of these, I'm just going to throw an error. And that's going to be good enough. So we'll do exchange. Throw new error. Not implemented. Same thing here. Okay. I'm not quite sure why this is. So that should not be a 400 error. And that shouldn't be showing up like this. Oh, I have an idea why. I have an idea why. Let's go take a look back at this here. I think that I need to take this app and do, let me mount the app like this. Wait. Well, okay. I want to move this into here. Let's see what we can do. And this here, if we just put it like that. That might work better. Because the problem was my error handler is in, that I want to be exposed for /API is in this app. So I might need to restructure that a little bit. We'll see. But I think that this is functionally equivalent for everything else, but should fix this not coming back as JSON. No, it's not. Let me go check and see what's up there. Still coming back with the same thing. Because it has to come last. Error handler has to come last. So maybe I do need to move the error handler up to this top level. Let me try just doing that. So I've got this error handler here. Yeah, I can see what's going on. There we go. So that's technically correct. Kind of, sort of. Okay, server, API. I need to take this back to what it was before. So this needs to go back to server.use/API/authn, and this needs to go back to server.use/API, and then these two need to come back up here like they were before. That needs to go back there. This needs to go back here. And then that error handler needs to go there. So I think I do want to restructure this a little bit. I'm not quite sure how I want to restructure it, but it does deserve to be a little bit different than the way that it is right now. That's okay. I'm going to move forward with it. But I think, okay, there we go. Invalid session. That's good. All right, and then if we click GitHub Sign In, oh good, internal error. Just what we want. So let me go take a look at Bliss API here. See what we got. Invalid URL. Great. Where's that coming from? Okay, access token is equal to this, yada yada. Probably I'm missing something that I should be passing in here. Where is GitHub? Nope. Is it up here? GitHub. There we go. Probably redirect URI is my guess. But I will go look and see. And I should probably have this throw an error when we can know for certain that that's missing. Secret redirect URI, GitHub redirect URI, login URL, login URL, login URL, ops.issuer. So issuer should be coming in. Let's see, what might be wrong here? Base URL is not specified. That's something. I think it was called base URL. Let me go double check what that was called. Issuer is equal to base URL. And then we had some sort of, yeah, not process.env.base URL. And this should be blissapi.rootprojects.org. Okay. So let's give that another shot. Server error, good. Advancing right along through the server errors. Always a good thing. Failed to read envs. Yeah, all right. That's good. So what that's saying is basically I just restarted this before making the change rather than after. Every time I make a change to the file, the server restarts. There we go. No tokens. Something went wrong. Great. Let's see what went wrong. Bad request. Okay. Let's see. Well, this looks good enough. But where did this come from? Lib user 76. Let's check that out. And it looks like it came from either create bad request. Find. Okay. So we're missing PPID sub issuer blah blah blah. Let's go find out why. So we have an email here potentially. I'm just going to put a little console.log here so I can see what the output of this is. Actually, let me put it up here. By the way, when I'm looking right here, this is when I'm looking at the comments in the chat. So if you're joining in and you want to ask a question and you want to know when I'm going to answer it, it's based on looking right here. I'm going to look here. I'm looking at you. You. Okay. Let's just do the refresh again. GitHub Sign In. No tokens, something went wrong. Let's see what you think went wrong. Good old internal error. Excellent. I think I want to open up another window just to sign into the beta server and just watch logs. Oops. Let me see here. What do you call this thing? Bliss API? Yeah, there we go. So you can figure out what's going on. So ID is undefined, but we should get, I guess it should be sub from GitHub. So if there's no ID, then I don't see what the problem is. Because we do have an email, rec.off_in.email, right? Yeah. Okay. So what's the problem? No problems there. So let's take a look. What's the strategy name? Strategy name is OAuth2, so it'll be going in here. We're grabbing the email, and I think the problem is, I called this SID, but that's not really the right name for it. So we have a PPID there. And then here, this is kind of a PPID. But really what it is the profile ID, which is not being copied. If I saw that correctly, yeah, we do not have profile. So really, yeah, we don't have anything here. We just have the email at this point. I could go peek in here and say, okay, where from all of this should be getting the profile information. But I think I'm not, simply because I wasn't looking for it. I just got the email and I said, okay, that's good enough. But really, what I should do is I should grab the user info. I think it's just, user. I think that's where that is. And then I really don't want to hide this away. It's one of the problems. So what do we, let's call this resp 1. Let's say we're going to go get it. And I actually do want to sort these. based on the email that is in there you go, grab this real quick. I'll bring it over here. Just take a look at the profile information. Let's see the profile. All right. So we're going to get login. We've got name. We've got email. But we don't know. The problem is with this email, we don't know if that email is verified or not. So if we're looking at this and we want to sort it, if a dot, what is this? A dot email equals resp1 dot body dot email, then return -1. So we want it to be higher up in the list. And if B, then return 1. Otherwise, return 0. Well, we could just do alphabetical sorting at that point. That's all that matters. So we're going to try to get that email, but really we could have multiple emails here. And then we could have ID is resp1.body.id. And we could have, let's say, nickname is resp.1.body.login, if I'm not mistaken. And I'll have to copy this stuff over. Hireable, bio, company name, avatar, ID, and node ID. I wonder what the difference between these two is. GitHub API ID versus node ID. I think node ID refers to some sort of, global node ID. I wonder if GitHub API has a pairwise or something that could be used as a PPID. That's a hard one. Okay, user ID. Okay. So also, I want to go ahead. I can just take this right here and put it right here, since I'll be updating that later anyway. But why am I getting to bad requests? Because PPID equals type, email is equal to type. So find here, we have PPID and sub. If sub yeah, that should work. And then if not user and email, then type as email. Yeah, this should work. I don't understand why this isn't working. I mean, it can come back as null, which is fine, but then it should be able to call create. And it's got identifiers. What is not good about this? I see. I see. So we want to be able to create based on, well, we got PPID and sub and issuer and email verified, all that right here. Okay, so I want to be able to say that the email is verified. All right, PPID sub issuer. And I think I need to attach email verified onto rec.authn. I think that that's important. If we know that email's been verified, it needs to be provided as such. That's going to eliminate some confusion. And then here with the issuer, rec.authn.issuer. All right, I think that's going to be better. So GitHub Sign In, do the redirect do. No tokens, something went wrong, but maybe it went a little less wrong than before. Good. Cannot read property replace of undefined. So this is a good place to be. I think that's because issuer is maybe not coming through the way that it ought to. What line did it say it was on? Lib user 27. Where are we at right now? Auth. All right, let's go take a look at lib user line 27. So why is this find not getting the issuer that it needs? It's coming directly from find or create. Yeah, issuer's coming through. Or is it not coming through? Ish. There we go. Okay. So I need to fix that up a little bit. This is just a nomenclature problem because in some places I'm calling it ish and other places I'm calling it issuer. And I might need to just call it both. I definitely need to, if I need to either call it one or call it both. And the reason I would call it both is because both are canonically appropriate. All right, let's try one more time. Well, or 10 more times, whatever it takes, really. All right, something went wrong again. What's wrong this time? Zone info of undefined. Well, that one's a little more interesting. Zone info. Nothing there. Zone info. So user, what happened here? User. Okay, we've got nothing for user. That's our problem. So we do need to pass in this as well. And what could we have here? Here we can have all the other stuff. So what kind of fluff do we have? Do we have any fluff? Personally, I would like it to send the user's time zone. Let me check that out. Alrighty. So we're doing a post. We might as well, I don't know, what is it called? Data. I always forget this. Fetch MDN. Body. Good. No, that's what it should be called. It should be called body. Maybe it's Axios that calls it data. Some of them call it stupid names. All right, let's go with time zone, which would be let me go check that out real quick. XTZ. That one. That's the one. Alrighty. And then we also want locale. I'm actually not sure how to get the locale. Probably also with the datetime object or the international object. JavaScript get browser locale. I think it might appear. Oh, is it navigator.language? That might be. Let's check and see. Window.navigator. No. Oh, window.navigator.language. Oh, cool. I believe that that is locale. Interesting. I wonder. Let's see what that looks like real quick. So do we have headers? Do we have an accept language? Accept language, indeed we do. But that, I guess if we just did split on, I don't know what all you split on. Huh. Let's see here. I'm just going to throw that in there for now, recognizing that it may not be correct. Read-only property returns a preferred language of the user, usually the language of the browser UI. See implementation notes. What's nav? What? See also, is this self-referential? Oh, languages. Okay, so it looks like this should work. I think that other answer might be really old. Maybe there was a time when there was some browser compatibility. Anyway, we'll figure that out. That's not that important. I just wanted to put something there. And then as far as headers go, we should also be able to put content type and application JSON. Okay. So let's check that out. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is already reflected in the front end because it's a symlink. We got anybody else tuning in? Well, hello, and welcome. Feel free to tell me where you are from, who you are, where you're from, what your interest is in Node or Postgres or GitHub Sign In or any of this. Oh, you win. Check the console for your token. Good. All right, here we go. It's looking good. Let me go back to this user bit here. I need to go to auth again. Find or create. So here we do have zone info, could be rec.body.timezone or rec.body.zoneinfo maybe. And the same thing with locale. Could be rec.body.locale or rec.headers. No. Accept language. Okay, I think that's about right. So let's go take a look at the database. PSQL. Let's just select star from users. I think we should have 2 user records. Yep, Joe and... it didn't give me my nickname. Let me go back into this and give myself a nickname. Well, auth2 profile.nickname. I should maybe build out an OIDC claims object because the OAuth2 profile it's going to be specific to each provider and it's all going to be different. And I kind of think that the OAuth2 profile should be exactly what it is. I mean, I should return it directly for direct manipulation. Problem with that makes me a little bit nervous is that the email may or may not be verified. So I think if it's not verified, I should remove it. Or maybe call it unverified OAuth2 profile. Something like that. In any case, let me go ahead. Let's go back here and let's delete from identifiers. And let's do delete from users. And close out of that. And I'm just going to go back through this process one more time. Do the GitHub sign in. No tokens, something went wrong. All right. What went wrong this time? Family name, given name, locale, nickname, UUID, zone info, returning undefined. Value too long for character type varying. Huh. What is longer? Nickname, zone info, UUID. It would be nice to see exactly what that was. Oh, interesting. Time zone value. Oh, it looks like I messed up one of my functions earlier. Whoops, let's go back, leave that in there. So earlier, I had created a check time zone function, and it was supposed to return, this is my problem. This should return the original zone info if it works. I guess I could move this down here. That would make more sense maybe. Okay. Yep, that's good. So I think that failed outright, which is okay. Let's retry. GitHub sign in. And I'm not worried about the dummy API not existing because I didn't implement a dummy API. I just want to see, I got my ID token back. And then let's go take a look in the database and see what that looks like. Whoa. That's not what I was expecting. Select star from identifiers, should be 2. And we see, oh, I wanted that issuer to be truncated. That didn't work out the way that I was hoping. Let me double check on that. Well, that doesn't matter right now. User ID. So everything's looking good. All right. Okay. I like it. Oh, and then let's take a look at users as well. Should just be 1. Zone info. I don't really like the way the locale turned out there. But I'll fix that later. Wait, that shouldn't have turned out that way. Let me see what got sent in with the token. Only the token, huh? Huh. That shouldn't be true. I'm going to go check this out. So what I was expecting was that when we hit this, which looks like what we're hitting, authorization, access token, and then we send the body. Was I looking at the wrong thing? response headers, request body, language, and time zone. So this would be rec.body. Why are we not seeing that? Let me go hop back over here. Hop back into auth. Yeah, this should be here, right? Find or create. I'm going to go drop, delete from users, delete from identifiers, and then delete from users. And let's run through this one more time. See what we get. All right, when got a token, great. Let's check here. Make sure we're sending language, content type, application, JSON. No spelling errors there. Looks great. Okay, and what are we getting from rec.body? I see time zone, I see language. And we got some selects, we got an insert. Why is that happening? What's going on there? So this is coming back correct. This one is not. Maybe I have a typo. Language. Let's go check and see if I've got a typo. Oh, this is why. I do, in fact, have a couple of different ways of defining it. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. What we should see is if I log in again, it should not create a new user, and I should be able to block values on this. Just kind of hacky-do. Bless me. Okay, so we're going to restart it. We're going to redo this process, and it's only going to get email. And we should still be able to sign in and get our token back. Yep. Okay. And then let's do this again, except this time there'll only be the ID and there won't be the email. So we're going to reverse it. And then I should be able to do the same thing again. Okay. And then if I go look directly in the database, select from identifiers, there's only two. Select from users, there should be only one. Okay. Cool. So I actually feel pretty good about that. And I think it might be a time for another break because dinner's going to happen soon. Let's go ahead and whip this. Let's undo that. And then to do OIDC / OAuth2 should pass email verified. All right, now another thing that I should do yeah, let's just leave that for now. I don't think, let's see, did I have changes here that were strictly necessary? I don't think so. These are just kind of good to have. I want to take this email's response and I want to apply it, I think, in the authorize step. Or maybe not so much that. I think this is what I want. I want to be able to get the emails. And I want to be able to sort them. Let's see what we can do with this. Verify GitHub account, function get emails maybe. And then what do we need? The token. That'd probably be fair to say that should move up to the top. Let me see about this one here. This is string token. And where was I at? Resp2 emails, yeah. Let me go ahead and move this up to the top because we're going to need to use that in a couple of different places. So we got our get emails here. And then returns array gh email. What is the gh email again? Gh email. Actually, I think the other one we just wanted to be an array of string. I think there's a simpler syntax for that. I think it's something like this. Is that right? Okay. All right, so it doesn't like that one. What about this? Okay, is this better? What is it whining about? Let's just do array string, because that shortcut syntax doesn't seem to be doing it for me. Oh, and yes, I do need to use promise. Okay, now what if I do this? Let's see if it likes this now. Does it like it now? No? Okay, let's try it like this. No? Oh yeah, all right, cool. So there's a shorthand for doing an array. And we could just do this. No emails. And then we could do this and we get emails. And then I have to deal with linter garbage. Okay. I think that's good. What do y'all think? Okay, so I'm thinking OAuth 2 profile, OAuth 2, let's see. Get emails. Do we have this one returning an empty array? Yes, we do. So I could probably just get emails, pass it in the token, and then do the filtering. Not do this. And do this. I think we actually would want the sorting to happen elsewhere. Let's try that. Okay, because here it's already doing and we don't need the primary. Oh. All right, what should this look like? So this might maybe be a.primary. And then b.primary maybe. Like that. To do, double check. But this should end up with the right thing in the primary place. All right, we got get emails. We don't need the filter, but we might want the sort for A and B. And I don't think we need the map. Okay, so let's do this then. Let emails equal this. Emails.sort. Let email equal email 0. I think, whoa, what happened? It's rewriting on the fly. Okay, so this looks right now. Okay. So we could probably do rest1.body as profile. So if we did not have, all right, so if not email, good. We're already covered by that then. Maybe I don't want, maybe email.email and email.verified. Is that what we want? Identifier.email? Identifier.verified? Yeah, let's not do this step actually. Let's have it return a GH email. And then we'll call get emails in what, 2 places? No, just 1 place right now. So we'll get the emails and okay, I think that's all right. That's not the PPID. Okay. That looks good. All right. Okay, that's starting to look a little bit better. I think I still might need to make a couple changes here, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to whip this. Oh, but this one, let's see. Let's see what I can do here. Because I may need to do that. We'll see how well that works. Let's see if it just fails outright. Oh, it says everything up to date. Okay. Lib, public, get diff cached. Let's take a look. Oh, whoops. I do need to fix this here. Okay, good. I don't need that anymore. Rest 2. And then let's do get emails. Let emails equals await get emails res.json emails. Let's see. Email, and email verified, email.verified. Just trying to make it OIDC-ish. Oh, and I do need the token. So this would be authorization. So maybe all right. There we go. I guess I technically should send back an error. If there's to do check 200 OK. But for right now, this is good. It does what it needs to do. It doesn't break anything. And let's try for user info resp1 here. Where was resp1 used? resp1.body. So how about we do this? Why don't we do let profile equals get profile token. Undo all this. Oh, is that, does that get emails call have JSON true? Yes, it does. All right, so here we're going to do function get profile. And this is going to return an any. I think I'm just going to be all right with this returning an any because I don't want to deal with it. And resp1.toJSON. To do check 200 OK. But this should work at least as is. Get profile. And then we can take all this stuff resp.body and just call it profile. And then I can make a type for it later. There we go. And then I think we do the same thing here that we did there. Or we just grab the token, make the request, send it back, except in this case, We just send it back straight as is, no manipulation. All right, that's good. That's good. Alrighty. And maybe we just move this down. That's good. It's good where it is. All right, so there's still going to be a little bit more to do about that. But I'm just going to call this for right now. I'm going to call it whip refactor second pass on GitHub profile /auth2 object. Let's see. Can I push? Indeed I can. Awesome. Also, is Axios even being used anywhere? How did that come about? I don't think it is. Okay. All right, what would this be? Sure, update, remove unused Axios, update, whatever. What am I updating? Package lock? Okay, and then let's see, what do we need to do here? Do we have any debugs here that are new? Let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of this one. Okay. That seems a little bit more than expected. Oh, because I'm moving, yeah, moving the file location. I see. So yeah, it's all messed up then. So we have example.env here. We do. think that's all right there. So this is more add GitHub Sign In, create user from GitHub Sign In. There we go. All right, I think that's good for now. I think that I will test this one more time to make sure nothing's broken. And actually should test it one more time because we do have that updated. Trying to think what that will break. Auth 2 profile dot sub maybe. No, that's .id. Probably want to rename that GitHub profile. Let's see. And honestly, I'd prefer to have the user subject and the token be a base 62 deal, but I'll have to worry about that later. It's not that big of a thing. Okay, let's see what happens here. Still sign in? Yep, still signs in. Okay, I'm gonna run one more test here, which is we're gonna get rid of the email from, what was it, this part? Yeah. And that's not quite true here. I'm going to comment that one out. Because it's a PPID if it's a PPID. Otherwise, it isn't. And that should be defined a little lower down. I should be able to say which is which. Oops. There we go. So we should be able to log in without the email, just using the GitHub ID. No token, something went wrong. Okay, so let me check that. Bad request. So why does it think it's a bad request? Let me go back to this again. I get you. Something went wrong, so you say. That doesn't seem right. Oh, OAuth 2 profile should be the body, but it ended up being more than that. That is a failure over here, it looks like. So let's go into this. Profile equals get profile to JSON.body. There we go. Fix up profile body. Let's take this to here. And then let's restart this. Let's see if we still got it now. No tokens, something still went wrong. So this time we have an ID, and we've got a sub and an ID, so that looks good. Which means to me, there's no reason for complaining. Find or create, it's got the sub, it's got the issuer. Okay. Oh, I think I attached profile on there twice. Doesn't need to be. All right, but this is not nickname. This is login. Okay. Try this. All right, congrats, you win. Awesome. Token doesn't get the dummy data, but it's not my fault. Okay. That I believe in. Okay, cool. Well, there we are. Now we have that sign-in working. So the next step will be to add an endpoint for syncing. And then I think probably tomorrow or maybe the next day is when we'll have to update the UI. So I'm just working on the back end today, I think. But great progress. Good progress, all things considered. Okay, well, it is dinner time, and the eating's easy. Something da 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 da. If you like what you like, you get more of what you like. So if you like this, like it. If not, give it a thumbs down. And if you'd like to subscribe, make sure to hit the bell for personalized notifications so that you don't get the other stuff like the GameCube video. I'm not saying like, for example, the GameCube video that I'll be doing tonight, maybe after the final part of this, or maybe before. We'll see. Feel free to hit me up in the comments with questions, thoughts, whatever. Catch you later. Adios.